Hi, I'm Andy, Chief Strategist for REALTOR Solutions. Remember 2 years ago, everyone in real estate was bracing for the commission apocalypse? The settlement was going to gut the industry. Well, it didn't. Commissions actually went up a hair. Think about that. But here's what nobody's really talking about. The real crisis didn't hit agents. It hit the associations that serve agents. And most associations are handling it pretty poorly. Issue number one is the value problem. Back when compensation ran through the MLS, membership had built-in value. You needed access to play. But that's over. Now members are asking, often out loud, what am I even paying dues for? Here's why associations tend to fail at this. They tend to respond by piling on more perks, more discounts, more webinars. A stack of features isn't a reason to exist. If you can't tell members why you matter now, then adding benefits just makes them pay more for a story that, let's face it, they already aren't buying. Number two, the second issue is consolidation that they can't handle. Smaller MLSs, smaller associations, they're under pressure to merge and regionalize. And on paper, it is an obvious choice. But in practice, it almost always stalls out. But why? It's because the mergers don't die over money. They end up dying over politics, turf, local identity, who controls the data. You've got a room full of competitors being asked to negotiate away their own power. There's nobody neutral there. There's no one there to help break the tie. So the smart deal that everyone really agrees on in principle, it just quietly never happens. Issue number three is plan drift. Now, here's a problem that, at least in general, the corporate world doesn't really have. See, association leaderships, as we know, they turn over almost every single year. A new president walks in, brings his or her own new pet project, and what happens is that last year's strategic plan just goes straight on the shelf. The plan becomes an event. It was built at a retreat. It was printed. It was admired. And now it's forgotten. See, with nothing tracking execution between board cycles, every turnover basically resets the clock. The organization burns money relearning the same lessons over and over, year after year. Issue number four is the leadership gap. There's a whole generation of veteran executives that are retiring. Retiring right when you need leaders who understand both real estate governance and modern technology. If you hire the wrong CEO, the organization could be set back a decade. But a mid-sized association or mid-sized MLS can't really afford a full-time CTO or a chief AI officer, not at $250,000 plus. So what they do is they overpay for the wrong fit, or they go without. Either way, they end up losing. Now, I want you to look at all four of these issues. Notice something? None of them are really technology problems. They're alignment problems. They're execution problems. Associations don't tend to fail because they're missing information. They fail because of strategy drifts. Politics stall everything, and nobody writes the new value story. That is why Brexit was created. It's the exact gap that we close. This settlement didn't kill the association, but it certainly ended the era of coasting. The ones who are going to win next, the ones who are going to be successful, are the ones who face these four issues head on. We can help, and I hope you'll give us opportunity to. I'm Andy Witt, Chief Strategy Officer for REALTOR Solutions.